Why should estate agents join an estate agency network? Today, I'm joined by Simon Gates, guru of everything property data and business generation. Simon, why should estate agents join an organization such as FIA, Guild, RAM?
The majority of agents I work with, and probably the same for you as well, the top like 1% of agents, they're part of some form of network. They surround themselves with like-minded individuals. So your FIAs, your guilds, your RANs, but then to expand on that, you've then got things like Property Academy, Stephen Brown with his mastermind. You've got what James, Ian, and Dave are doing with a complete agent as well. So you've got like half a dozen groups there as an example where you're literally sitting around a table with some of the best of the best in the country that you can learn from. And what's that saying? You're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And I think sometimes if you can be in a particular marketplace or in a certain office where everyone says, oh, fees are too low and everyone's overvaluing, etc., well, you're going to continue to think that. So I think that's why I mean, there's multiple other reasons for it. That's a key thing, I think, surrounding yourself with others who are like you.
Well, let's go down that rabbit hole. What other things are important?
Well, I think so. I would say actually something that's not done enough of, but the referral opportunities, for example. So if I'm a member of FIA, RAN Guild, and I'm selling a house to someone in Newport Pagnell, and they've got a house selling Grantham, great. Who is the member in the community I'm part of who's in Grantham? I know that they have to adhere to certain criteria to be in that network. I'd be very, very happy to pass that property onto that agent, knowing that there's a better chance that they're going to sell, get a better price, better service, and in turn, that's going to do more for my business as well.
Good stuff. Any other points?
I think the ongoing collaboration piece as well. So, for example, I have a non-exec director role at the FIA, and I know that on our dashboard, it's absolutely incredible about the access that's given to agents for a variety of different things, such as Data Loft, 20EA, Catini. Again, the list goes on there. And just another thing with I think a lot of these groups is a WhatsApp group. It's so simple, but having a WhatsApp group where someone feels comfortable to put a message in there and then not going to have a competing agent see that. They know that it's all non-competing, and then they can feel at ease and comfortable that they won't be judged, and they can be themselves in there. So I think that's a very powerful thing.
Especially, if you've got, I don't care what you say, being an estate agent is quite a unique thing. And having someone out there who's been there, done that, and seen it and got the t-shirt is so, so important.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know, like, I've only ever worked in a state agency, but it's such an amazing industry. It's so unique where I think, yeah, you perhaps speak to others who perhaps wouldn't get it. You might speak at home with your partner, you might speak to family, friends, etc. Oh, all you do is stick a house on the market. How hard can it be? But you speak to other estate agents, they get the highs and the lows of it.
Because it's a really emotional roller coaster job, isn't it?
What do they say? You know, what is it? 50% of the time, someone selling a house, what is it? Death, divorce, or debt. So really 50% of your work time is dealing with people at their possibly very worst. So you're a marriage counselor, you're a grief counselor, you're a financial advisor. You wear all these different hats, but you've got to remember to look after yourself at the same time. So I think that's why it's so important to have a group, and also outside of your business as well. The amount of, I think, small independent business owners who can't speak to someone in their business because it's too close to home. So again, having that network that's like detached from their internal business is a good thing.
I mean, it amazes me. I mean, if you look at, say, I know we're talking about bosses here, but like Negs, let's say on an average fee, 3 grand, they're going to probably take, I don't know, 5-10% of that as commission.
Yeah.
If a sale is ongoing for 19 weeks, you've got all that hassle for quite literally 15 quid a week. I know you get lots of 15 quids, but it's hard work, isn't it, being an agent?
When you put it, I've never thought of it like that, but when you say X pounds per week for that, that's a very good way of putting it. Because sometimes when I was an egg, I'd never worked out like that, but I definitely would have gone, I'm not getting paid enough for this. The 6 months that the sale is ongoing and all the hassle that it's all going through, and you've got targets to hit. You might not even hit the target, not even get paid the £15 a week on it.
And then it all goes belly up at the end of the, because they will fall out at week 18.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard work. And I think that's why coming together in a group, and that's why it's important not only bosses come together, but I know we're going to talk about it later, things like agents together, to have a mentor and a guide. But again, my advice to anyone listening to this is you don't have to be in agents together. Just if you spot another neg in a different town that you like the look of, pick up the phone and just say that, why don't we meet for a beer sometime or something?
Definitely. I think I wish I'd done that sooner in my career. I started trying to pick up the phone to people inside the business I was in. I wasn't quite getting the answers that I was looking for. So I went outside of those four walls, and it's the best thing I ever did for my career.
Because ladies and gentlemen, do remember that people love their opinion to be asked, and most people are happy to give their time away for free if you're asking them their opinion on something. So more for you if you don't, I would say.
100%.
Take responsibility.
100%.
Lovely. Thank you for your time today, Simon.
You're welcome.